So the floor model got some attention. I guess it was June. I published that, and it's kind of a moving average when then done otherwise, purely based on price, and it could very specifically point the minimum Bitcoin price at certain months, even like 5 months ahead. And 3 of those 5 months were spot on. Last month I was a big miss, and this month, well, it doesn't look like I'm going to make it. But the floor model is still, in my eyes, a very useful model, a very useful view.
Bitcoin has been in choppy water as we close out the year, currently sitting at around 46K. This is a far cry from the 135K end of year predicted by Plan B. In a recent 1.5-hour interview, Plan B touched on many topics, including his thoughts on the models he uses, leverage in the market, and the upcoming years for Bitcoin and ETFs. But of course, one question he cannot avoid of late is, what the hell happened to your model? While we have to give him the benefit of the doubt because December is not over, it's a high probability that his model will have woefully failed 2 consecutive months. Plan B explained why he thinks his model went wrong.
So what went wrong? Yeah, well, lots can go wrong. All models are wrong, and some are useful. George Box used to say that. It's a very famous saying. All models are wrong because they're simplifications of reality, but they can be very useful, like the navigation in your car, for example. It's not reality, but it brings you from A to B. And the same is true for models. So what went wrong in this model? Well, lots has happened, right? We have seen, since we last spoke, the Chinese mining ban. So half of the mining capacity was located in China. It was banned, and it relocated to all other places, the US among them. We have had an Omicron, a new COVID variant that gave some flashbacks to March 2020 when the market dipped to very low levels, including the Bitcoin price. And we've seen the Evergrande default now recently. So there's all sorts of news that sort of impacts this Bitcoin price that is, of course, not in the model. And a very important thing about the floor model miss of 98,000 in November is that this is a first time in 10 years that that we see this miss. So this model has, of course, in sample, so with hindsight, hold for 10 years. But now this is a first miss, and it could be an outlier. It could be a one-off or 2 months off, and then a sharp V-shaped recovery back to the model lines. Or it could be that the model is wrong, is off. Something changed. The model is not usable anymore. And I'm still not at that point of making that decision, whether the model is just off temporarily because of an outlier, a black swan, or whatever, or that the model can be thrown into the trash bin and is off structurally.
Plan B's models have been questioned by Bitcoin enthusiasts and investors after these past 2 months, to say the least. He was super bullish and still is, but in this interview, he also did touch on the fact that he is one of the few who believe that we will have a Bitcoin winter in 2022, and the 4-year cycle is not over. He was especially concerned about the winter after Bitcoin goes past the 100K price. And as much as he is not looking forward to it, it's just human nature, and we need to prepare.
First of all, I'm one of the few that indeed thinks that there will be a next bear market, a crash, like we've seen a couple times before. Because there's a lot of people right now saying that we're done with the 4-year cycle and we will not have that kind of volatility and that kind of deep bear markets anymore. I think we will have those bear markets. You can see it in the option prices. It's priced in at 100% volatility. You can see it, a couple of months ago when China banned the mining, we went down 50% or more. So we almost had it. we had a crash of 50% right there. So that tells me that 80%, when something really big happens, is not out of the question yet. So yeah, I think we will have to go up quite a bit, at least to make the stock to flow model values of 100,000 and 288,000. But after that, we'll go down 80% again. And I'm not looking forward to that, to be honest. Nobody probably is, but yeah, I guess that's part of the deal, and it's also part of the greed and fear that's in investors, and that people won't change. There will be FOMO if we, for example, hit the 100,000 level a couple months from now, or maybe this month, according to the stock to flow model. People will FOMO in, and it will go up. And then after that, something horrible happens, another ban, another China ban or India ban or something. And everybody's scared again, and the fear sets in. So I guess that fear and greed is never going away in Bitcoin.